Ben Myers. I'm here with Bingjian Chen at the Nashville International Chopin Piano Competition. So I'm going to be asking you a few questions.
Sure.
First question is, how did you feel during your performance and were you satisfied with it?
Well, I have to say very, very nervous because before me, there's a 21-year-old guy which is who is 2 years older than me. He is playing the same repertoire, the same big piece, the Chopin Sonata No. 3. So so I'm gonna perform after him just so when he finished his last piece because he's playing that as his last piece and I'm just gonna play right after him.
Yeah.
So very, very nervous, and but I feel very excited that I could be there because the audience are very quiet, and I feel myself very devoting to music, and that's a very new experience because actually this is the first time performing this this full repertoire like this formally. Yeah, so it's a very new experience for me.
So it was your first time performing that program?
Yes.
Yeah, well, for your first time, it's been good. I thought you did an especially good job with the Etudes. And Opus 25, No. 6, that one kind of has a reputation for being very difficult. I think you did a great job with it. So can you tell me a little more about how you learned that and what it was like?
Opus 25, No. 6?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So that piece, I spent a lot of time practicing very slowly, and especially, I know must be some difficulty in the right hand this movement, but I mean, it seems easier for me, possibly because my hands are smaller. I mean, for some guys, their hands are bigger, so it's not easy to play that piece, but it's easier for me.
Interesting. Yeah, and in that piece and also in the sonata, I thought it was very interesting how you brought out lots of kind of hidden melodies in the left hand and inner voices.
Oh, right.
So can you talk a little about that?
Oh, about sonata.
Yeah, or about like sort of your interpretation of it and like bringing out the hidden melodies.
Yeah, the hidden melodies, especially in the third movement. I just have very deep feeling about the slow movement. I feel that's kind of Chopin is speaking to me.
Yeah.
So it's like his voice, and I am good at listening to people talking, and I think I want to use the slow movement, bring up those hidden voices, use them as doing my interpretation of this music, because that's my voice.
Yeah, it was a unique interpretation to you. So who are some of your favorite composers apart from Chopin?
Oh, well, I would say Schumann, because he got those mental health problem, so he had like two personalities, and I sometimes feel like I have two sides, because people are very, very, like we have good side, we have our bad sides, and I feel his music sometimes like flooding over me, but sometimes so tender, so gentle, and I feel that's kind of what who I am in my life. Because I'm very sensitive and emotional person. I can just cry out suddenly, and I can feel suddenly I'm happy. So it's like the same personality.
Fascinating. What are some Schumann pieces you played you like?
Ashot Ariyan.
Oh yeah, that's a big piece.
Yeah. So that's a piece I've working on for years. So I'm very familiar with that one. Especially the beginning, it really got to me because the running notes and I like to say very it's aggressive, but it's also very sensitive. It's a very sensitive figure. You have to like switch to your different sides, so that's very interesting.
Yeah, yeah. So that piece you've been playing for years. So how about the pieces today? Were those pieces you've been playing for years or newer pieces?
New pieces.
That's even more. Oh yeah, because you said you've never performed that full.
No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. So, I feel so. That's what I mean by this is a new experience, and especially in front of those jury members, they are all so. I don't know. I mean, so powerful. They are so famous. So I feel very, very nervous because this is the first time. But I mean, after this, I feel everything's fine because I did my best.
Yeah, no, you did a great job. I wouldn't have guessed you were nervous. So, have you played any other instruments in your musical life?
I played bass guitar.
Oh,
That's a funny story because in my high school I picked up guitar, electronic, and bass because I wanted to form a band with my best friend. He is a composer, and then I started learning jazz. So, I'm also very familiar with jazz music, but I don't learn anymore now.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the two instruments I've used to play.
Huh. Yeah, so with jazz, do you feel like jazz kind of enhanced your understanding of classical music and just music in general?
Yeah, sure. I mean, the chords. There's so many colors. Only after I started learning jazz, I know, oh, this color is like this bitterness. That's the sour sound, and that's the sweetness. And I mean, I can use jazz chords to create my own thinking, because like Chopin, if you just understand his music in a classical way, it would be a little bit boring because you would analyze chords by chords. But if you put it into like a jazz method, then you would just feel, oh, this is a color. That is a color changes. And this is like different expression. Even you can use your facial expressions to understand Chopin's music.
Wow, interesting. So do you do composition yourself? Consider yourself as a composer? Because I'm a composer a little bit myself.
Yeah, I used to when I back in high school, because I learned jazz. In jazz, we have to do improvisations, so I used to compose. But I feel like I'm more comfortable with playing rather than composing, because if I'm composing, then I heard Beethoven kind of have difficulties producing his music.
Yeah.
Me too. It's like it's a big work for me. I just feel I don't want to be steady, like sitting in the table for hours and hours to think about one melody to make it perfect. Yeah. No, that's not what I want.
Interesting. Yeah. Although I think, based on like what Chopin's friend said, that's kind of what he did. He'd spend he got an idea and he spent like weeks working on one phrase.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not for me.
Do you feel like when you practice it's like that though? Like you're trying to figure out how to make each phrase sound perfect?
Of course. Practicing is a big job. Every day I sit there, I start to think why he does this, why he does that. I feel like I feel good at listening to people speaking, so I feel good at wondering how Chopin was thinking when he was composing a piece. So I like to rather spend hours and hours thinking about the music, what the composers want to say instead of what I want to say. I just want to understand the composer.
Yeah. So when you practice, you find like you're not playing the whole time. Some of the time, just kind of looking around the music and finding stuff.
Yeah, that's it.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how much do you usually practice per day? How many hours?
A lot. 8 to 10 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. I want to be a great pianist, and that's why I come here to attend this competition. So more time of practicing, more progress I will get.
Very good. And then, how about pianists who inspire you? It could be either classical or jazz.
Oh, Martha Argerich. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
She's legendary. I'm even still listening to her music before I went to the stage. So her new recording, it's released in 2020, I think. The same piece, Sonata Number 3. I love it so much. Her interpretation of music is just full of freedom, full of just anything I want to say. Like her music is kind of, I would say perfection, but for some people they might not think this her music is perfection. But for me, definitely, I got most inspiration from her.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much. Great answers to the questions, and enjoy the rest of your time in Nashville.
Thank you.